I'd like to call the Albany Selectmen's meeting to order for October 8th, 2025. Please rise and join me in the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approved Selectmen's meeting minutes for September 24th, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Approved October 8th, 2025 consent file. Review and sign manifest in the amount of $1,782.65 weekly and $165,026.04 monthly and quarterly, and $163,748.71. This includes an accounts payable and payroll manifest for 9/30/2025 and 10/7/25. Review and approve or deny a residential building permit application for Aviation Drive, map 7, lot 92-1. Review and sign approval for construction of an individual sewage disposal system for 2584 NH Route 16, map 3, lot 25. Review and sign land use change tax bill for 10 Mountain Conservation Center, Inc.
I make a motion to approve as presented.
I'll second. All in favor? Aye.
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 Town Administrator's Report.
All right, so I sent you guys out the next installment for Albany's emergency operation plan update. She just wanted you to take a look over the yellow highlighted items, see if anything needs updating or changing. I know, Rick, you had said you...
I looked at it all, and what she has recommended looks copacetic to me.
C-O.
Sounded better.
No, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everybody knows my feelings on those, but...
Yeah.
Is that something we need to approve? Or-
Well, I think when it's all done, we
Once it's
approve
done.
it.
We'll vote to
She's
approve it at the end.
She's just doing sections
Yeah.
and getting our opinion on anything we'd like to see changed, or if we got questions on anything. But like I've always said, we're a small town, 750 people.
Yeah.
If there's an emergency, the three of us are gonna be emergency management
Yeah.
directors, and we're gonna do what needs to be done,
Right. That's the way it should go.
you know, and take care of it.
All right.
We're not gonna take the time to go through a book this thick
No.
to dot the i's and cross the t's right away. I mean, if we gotta do reports after, that's
Yeah.
to be determined after, but we'll deal with it.
Second thing, just a reminder, Jason Aod of NHDOT will be joining our next meeting on October 22nd, 2025, to discuss the public hearing scheduled for November 19th that they're going to host here at the town hall.
And that public hearing was for the Nickerson job? Is that
Yes.
The public hearing is for Nickerson, but
Yeah.
he wants to discuss both at the same time.
Both?
Yeah.
What,
The second 9095009, whatever it is,
the big job?
the big job.
Okay.
I did have a couple extra things. Rick Lammy from the Conway Lions Club stopped by today. He is asking if they can use the selectman's office for a coat and boot drive. It would be for 2 weeks from the 20th of this month through the 31st.
What do you mean, use the,
Collect, so as a drop-off spot for people to donate coats, winter gear, boots, and then I believe TriCap will be collecting all of them and doing a giveaway.
I would prefer to use the town hall here to do that.
Okay.
I mean, only because of the security we have to have in the selectmen's
Sure.
office.
So you just
Talking like
want
a
this?
box where they drop stuff off in and someone comes to pick it up, or?
Yeah, I don't even know if he's gonna give us a box.
Okay.
I didn't, so,
I mean, you know, pile it in the corner, whatever, I mean,
Yeah.
it's for 2 weeks. I'd just prefer not to have people going in and out of the selectman's office.
Okay.
We've got the treasurer's office in there as well, and we don't need any
okay,
security issues. So, I mean, if they want to come in while the town hall is open and deposit it, you know, in the corner over there, have that.
that's better anyway, because then if people need to come at night and Sandy's here, they could still,
Well, communicate with Sandy and let her know that for a period of time, whatever that is,
Yeah.
that people may be showing up.
You might want to just see if they do offer a collection box, or if it's something
Yeah,
that should be out.
well,
with
keep it
people.
neat.
If they
You know,
don't, I think I can get a box that's this big, by that big, and that tall. something
Probably
like that.
Yeah, but I think we need
Cardboard.
one this big, but,
You'd hope, you'd hope
Just saying,
that,
I could come up with that box.
depending on when they're gonna, how often they're gonna do pickups.
it's only a 2-week stint.
So is he picking up at the end of the 2 weeks, or? are they
I can ask him, he didn't say.
Probably a couple things, because if it's a box, I'd like to see that, just because it's more, people
Yeah.
might be more apt to see it
Yep.
and bring stuff, but I think it's a good idea.
yep, no problem.
You guys are okay with it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I did get an email from Josh from, AGB today, stating that Habitat is going to be bringing us a check for the escrow account for the construction observations for the Habitat project. We do need to set up an escrow account. I asked Kelly Collins, she said she hasn't done one in forever, reached out to the treasurers, they were not interested, they just don't know. They said they've never done it, they have no idea what it entails.
Call our bank,
So I
Bank of New
had mentioned to
Hampshire.
Kelly earlier, I was gonna run up and see Caitlin tomorrow and see if she can help me with it. And I think she'd be great helping to set it up, but as far as actually managing it, I'm not really sure on the protocol on that. I reached out to Kathy Golding to see if maybe she could give me a little bit of insight on it. And I didn't hear back yet, but I just left her a
Call-
message today and you had said she's super.
Call municipal and see what they have to say.
Okay.
They have a new finance person down there that, you know, answers questions on finance and whatnot. That
Okay.
would be the place to go, I think.
I'll do that. I mean, we haven't gotten it yet, but it sounds like we're gonna get it ASAP, and Coleman's gonna be starting construction there on Monday, so.
Have they got a building permit yet?
Well, they're not building
I
it,
think they're just working off the road.
they're just doing the road.
I believe they have to have a building permit for that.
For the road inch? For the-
Yeah.
What
And
what is
Jason
it?
should be notified regarding current use.
Jason knows all about it, he's totally in
Okay.
the loop with that
All
part.
right.
What kind of permit do they need?
I would, they're building a road.
Right,
I would think they need a building permit.
would
Is
that be
that
a
not all
commercial
part of
building
the
permit?
plans that we signed off on and everything for the road?
No, that was site plan review.
Right.
You still need a building permit. How is Jason gonna know what to charge him in taxes as they progress? Maybe ask municipal while you call them the same question.
And what would they need, the commercial building
Just,
permit?
well, just, yeah, building permit
Building permit for a road.
for a road.
I just haven't
Yeah, I mean-
come across that yet,
I
so I
mean,
have
I
no
don't think
idea.
Any
we haven't,
improvements to property require a permit.
I would think, yeah.
Okay. Alright.
We don't get many developments, so we're all finding our way through it.
I mean, Dave,
Phil, don't
you know,
feel
the
like you
other
don't
thing
know,
is,
'cause we're just-
Dave Pandora might know, being
He may,
being
Yeah.
involved in Conway
yeah.
when he
I'll
worked
ask
there.
Dave too.
But call municipal and see what they say.
Okay.
Probably get one of the lawyers down there, the legal
Yeah.
people. But I would imagine you're doing an improvement to a property, you'd have to get a building permit.
I'm assuming they have a curb cut permit from the state.
Well, that they would get from the state. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's two of them, because they did a circular entry
I thought they come
there.
back out on the same one, though,
Yeah, it's just a road in with a cul-de-sac.
with a cul-de-sac, yeah.
I know, but I think originally, when they got their driveway permit, I think it came out in two places.
That's what I don't think it's,
You know, that needs to be.
from what I saw, it was a cul-de-sac. Maybe that's the original when they were gonna put
Right.
all those houses in.
Right.
Yeah.
No, this was even before, when the lady was gonna put the farm in there or whatever,
Yeah,
and she put up that little
shed.
shed. I think it goes in and comes back out onto 16.
I would hope they redid that. Again,
So
that's,
can they still start on Monday, or?
Well, technically, you can't start without a building permit, so I would call tomorrow and find out for sure. And not to hold them up.
What about
I
like
would,
after the
I
fact?
would say this, I'll make a motion right now, okay, that if they do need a building permit, that the three selectmen can vote to approve it, without a meeting. We'd do it over the phone or stop in here and sign off on it, so that we're not, because you're getting into the end of the year now, and I'm sure Coleman doesn't want to wait for 2
That's
weeks
what I'm
until our next
thinking.
meeting. So I'll make a motion to be able to do that out of session.
I'll second that.
Is that
I'll second
good by
it.
you? I mean, I don't want to hold them up,
Right.
but, you know, we need to dot our i's and cross our t's to protect the town.
Let us know the answer tomorrow.
I will.
Email us, let us know.
And if they do need a building permit, have them come down and get it underway right away.
Okay.
And, you know, we can all stop in and initial it or whatever,
Okay,
and take care of it.
Okay.
sounds
How's that?
good.
Sounds good.
Let's vote on it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Got that?
Got it? That all you got?
That's it for me for now.
Okay. No appointments, other business. Planning board. Having a public hearing next week.
Yep, they have another subdivision coming up.
And they notify everyone of that, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, conservation had a meeting last night. They were gonna finalize their budget and get it over to me, so I expect that by the beginning of the week, probably.
Okay. Stay on the solid waste.
Solid waste, I am meeting with one of the selectmen on the 16th, next Thursday, I think the 16th is, regarding that MOU that we're redoing for our agreement between the towns of Conway, Eaton, and Albany. That should go pretty good. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. And just a heads up, probably November, December, we'll probably have that come before us here to approve,
Okay.
would be my guess. I mean, I've done my input on it. I was the one that converted it to Word document, because it was done 37 years ago. And it's never been renewed since. And I put my input in it, we just gotta work out a few details. And I'm gonna meet with John Cobath.
Any budget talk on that?
We're not dealing with any of the budget yet. I would imagine I'll have some information. As soon as John and I get a draft together that we can present at a meeting, we're gonna call a meeting shortly thereafter.
Okay.
And I'm sure the budget will be up for discussion at that point.
Okay. Chapter Committee sent a progress report, which I'm very happy with. I know it's been a busy summer for everybody, but they doing fine work. And from what I understand, they're just gonna let us know when they're ready for us to look at everything.
Yeah,
Hopefully, so we got well, we've got time, but we're gonna wanna talk about if we have to appropriate any money. So that'll be part of our budget talks. And discuss the Jersey barriers at Golden Oaks entrance, the rear entrance.
I don't think that's the town's,
Well, back when Nickerson was presented to the town, it was presented that Golden Oaks Drive, I believe, would not be used.
that was a private road back then.
It was a private road, but it was presented to the town when we built Nickerson, that road wouldn't be used. And the town put locks on it, and since then, the locks have been cut off multiple times, and the locks have been replaced. That kind of stuff.
We've talked about this in the past, sounds
Yeah.
awful familiar.
And
but
it was only supposed to be used for the original owner at the time, Brad, I
Yeah.
think his last name, for maintenance purposes only.
I thought we went to do this, and they said they need it for emergency egress, because it's they only have one
No.
entrance.
No,
So there's nothing pending that it's a safety
no,
issue?
it's not even a safe,
Can't even drive it, really?
no, and that's why Nickerson came about. And Nickerson came about because even though it wasn't a town road, we were involved in helping emergency vehicles get down there, sanding and stuff like that, because people were in dire needs. So that fell onto the town, so.
So it's not a private entrance?
It's a private
It's a
road.
private entrance, but it's not supposed to be used for public use.
And that was
Right.
part of the agreement
It's
back
their,
when?
it's their driveway.
It's not their driveway. It's in the,
Who pays taxes on it?
it's not a driveway, it's an entrance that used to be used, it's no longer supposed to be used. We presented to the town, we sold it to the town that, okay, you're gonna pay to build this road in here, and then we're not gonna use this other road.
Right, yeah, I remember that.
The town presented it to the townspeople that way, and now we're gonna say, okay, we're not gonna enforce that, or follow through with it, or secure it,
What
or...
did the town meeting vote on? Do you have a record of the
I'd have to
meeting?
pull it up to get it specifically,
Right.
yeah.
Well, we voted on the whole package, and that was
Yeah.
part of it, because the
Yeah.
reason for doing it was to lessen
And
the
the
traffic
town
on
has
that road.
gated it, we've been maintaining the gate and replacing the locks over the years.
I'm not in favor of spending any money there.
All right, are you in favor of Jersey barriers blocking that so it wouldn't be used? And forget about the monetary stuff.
They
You
can do
guys-
whatever they want on their property, yeah.
Okay.
They don't need our approval to do that.
Yeah.
That should be the
Well,
expense
I think it's
of the
gonna be some
park.
residents that are gonna complain. And if that's
Well,
what they're gonna do, I'll mention to them that they should do a formal complaint, and then we'll have...
My recommendation would be to look up the wording in the minutes of whatever that meeting was, to
Yeah.
find out what was voted on and decided. The vote of the town would answer that question. If it says we have to maintain the entrance to that thing, then we're
I don't think
obligated
we
to
have to
do it.
maintain the entrance to it, we have to limit the use of it, would be the way to word it.
Are people using it? Is that the issue?
Say that again?
Are people using
People
it?
are
Is that
using
the
it, people are
issue?
cutting the locks and using the access when it's not supposed to be used.
Gotcha.
Per the way we presented the town, the way we presented it to the town, for the townspeople to pay for that road.
I would look up the wording in the minutes of the meeting to see where the responsibility lies. You know,
Who owns it now?
At some corporation.
they can afford to do it.
Well, but I think I can get it, I could block it without it even costing anything, is the point. So my question would be...
If you want to be a good person and do that.
Well, I do, I
then-
want to help the townspeople who are upset with, you know, people accessing a road that we said wouldn't be used, so that's...
Well, this is all hearsay at this point.
Okay, I just hearsay from a meeting that I was at years ago, and
Right.
we voted.
I was there too, and that was the stipulation,
You
was
know, the
that,
stipulation was that for not to be accessed.
I did know that.
But whose responsibility for keeping it with no
Apparently,
access?
it's been us, because we've been replacing the padlock on it.
Well, yeah, back in the day, and I remember this, people were complaining it was being used, and that's when we changed it. There
Yeah.
was nothing to begin with.
Right.
It was just open, and then people started, well, people are still using it, so we had a chain put on there.
Correct.
But I thought it was because they still needed emergency egress if something were to happen on the other side of the park. because there's only one way in there. So that's why I thought we had to go with a chain, so we could
Well, that makes a lot
remove
of...
the chain.
That makes sense. I
And
mean,
I don't know, I haven't seen it since, but people must be driving it if they're coming in and out.
Yeah.
So I don't wanna spend
Put
money
another-
either, but if there's a way to put something more stable than a padlock that can be taken off by fire department, you know, if they had to get in there, did something they could cut with their big saw or some way they could get in there rather than waiting for a backhoe to move the blocks. That's where my brain goes with it. I'm almost positive we talked about the safety of the residents
I wasn't part of
needing an
that, so I
egress.
can't answer for it, but yeah.
Yeah.
let's get
Some
the
of
minutes
ways
to that meeting and see what was said.
Do you guys remember roughly what that was?
No.
I don't, but I can figure it out.
Okay.
If you let me know.
Yeah, let me know where to look.
Long,
Find it.
we were talking 15 years more.
It was before I was here.
Yeah. Yes, it was a long time ago.
I just felt it was our responsibility. If in fact we sold it to the town and that
Well,
wouldn't
no,
be-
if
It's our
we made,
responsibility.
Which we did,
If-
which we did. That
Yeah.
was the argument.
Yeah,
but the minutes of the meeting will dictate that.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I went to the meeting on Monday, just to add
Yeah, I
one more
want to
thing.
talk about that too.
Yeah.
Let's finish everything. Is everything else done? Because I got a lot to say.
Yeah, it was just a letter from Charter is the only other thing.
All right,
Yeah, that's just an information thing.
okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jim, I was
That's
en route.
That's fine.
I got my good clothes on, I had
Yeah.
my notepad and my route, and then I
Yeah.
got an emergency call that I had to head for Bangor, so.
Yeah,
And I'm glad I was almost tempted to pull in quick just to, but I'm glad I didn't because it doesn't sound like it was worth it.
I take it a different way.
Yeah?
I take it a different way, and I say that because,
Just for everyone to know, this is the Gassett meeting that was
I
on
know what-
Monday
I know what
night.
they're about.
Oh, I'm talking to the microphone. In case people live streaming.
yeah,
And this involves our highway projects, specifically the 113 Route 16
Well,
intersection.
it's the 10-year plan.
10-year plan, and the progress and concerns. Sorry.
so, being new, I wanted to go to educate myself. I kind of sat there and I didn't say anything until the end. But listening through the whole meeting, I heard the Governor's Council and the DOT Commissioner, and they said that the 10-year plan is not in stone. Is there a way to change things? Yes. Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? Probably not. So my take on the whole thing, and the project that I'm concerned about is 113 and 16. So and I honestly feel that we, our selectmen here in Albany, failed to represent that project at the TAC meeting, TAC, right? Make sure I get this right.
Yeah.
In Littleton.
In Littleton. I honestly think that if we had gotten together and all gone and even had other people involved, that outcome may not have been what it was. It may have been a little, not flip-flop, like, I was understood that it was a shoe-in. We were at the top of the list.
I was under the impression that Nick from North Country Council was going to represent us there.
Yes.
I mean, it's an hour and a half drive to Littleton.
So a position to make an analogy, we had kids in sports, and when you go into a game and you think you're gonna win, you better be ready, because there's a lot of times when you
It
go
ain't
into the
over
game,
till the fat
it ain't
lady
over.
sings.
So I blame ourselves for not going up there and having Nick's back. I mean, I didn't hear it, I don't know how he represented us, but I honestly think that if we were there to support that, and from what I understood, I talked to the DOT Commissioner and Senator McConkey and Nick, and noise, like everyone keeps saying noise, if you have the noise, that if we had done that, then maybe we could have been a different way. I say that because I'm willing to be involved and try to put a package together and try to tell the Governor's Council that TAC made a mistake. I don't mind putting that together, but I hope that if we can put that together and go to a meeting, that I could get some support going to a meeting and
All right,
shooting for the stars. I know it's a long shot, but I'm willing to put some work together and come up with a package to prove that TAC made a mistake. That we're putting all this effort into Nickerson Road intersection, we're gonna put all this effort into 16 leading up to the worst intersection there is in our area.
113 is worse than Nickerson Road.
Without a doubt, and we're doing everything except that, so that's why I say TAC made a mistake. I've got to look into what they're doing in Randolph and why that took precedence over 113 and 16. I don't know that yet, I gotta figure that out, but if I could prove that our intersection was more important, then I would be willing to try to put it together and,
let me give my take on it now.
Yeah.
Because I've been stewing on this all day.
yeah,
This morning I was sent a snapshot of the meeting minute, I call them, I don't know if they were minutes or just excerpts of the meeting.
yeah,
And the argument for the road, and yellow highlight, it says Albany did not show up to that meeting.
to the gas meeting?
No,
Oh,
to the vote,
Right,
To the TAC meeting.
to the TAC meeting. And
which we didn't.
which we didn't. We all know the reason. I specifically called Nick and said, Nick, and no, let me tell you this first, TAC meetings are set up. What he'll do is send out
And they cancel them.
he sends out to give your opinion when the meeting should be, to everybody on TAC. Well, I can make this day, I can make that day. Then he'll give like 5 or 6 different dates, and people say, well, I can make this. So he narrows it down to the day that the most people can make. Tuesdays at 10 o'clock. That's the day he picks. I couldn't do Tuesday because I was working. And I said, how is this right? I mean, should make it possible for everyone to make a meeting. Why don't you do it in the evening?
Right.
Well, and maybe you can't make it in the evening, but I'm sure you'll get compensated.
They
for it.
don't work in the evenings.
Well, that's the problem.
Oh, yeah.
So especially when an important vote like this came up. So he said, well, it's a done deal, slam dunk. He said, and he said it right here, sitting at the meeting. He says, the
Absolutely.
#1 priority, dangerous intersection in the district. We all felt it, and you're right, you don't assume, but I assumed. And I sat back, and then when I heard we didn't get it, I was bullshit, and I told Nick I was bullshit. And lo and behold, all funding is stopped. They're not doing any projects. I don't know if they said that at the meeting,
No.
but all projects are stopped.
Well, they depend on federal funds.
So that's what happened. The funds have dried up, so Randolph's not getting nothing, nobody's getting nothing.
That's not what they said on Monday night.
Well, this is what it is, and I talked to Senator McConkey today, and I talked to Nick today. I talked to Nick very loudly,
Yeah,
and with my disapproval. And he said, no, everyone has to resubmit. So it meant nothing. The whole thing meant nothing. We have to resubmit, Randolph has to resubmit, whoever shows up in the room. The idea with the meeting was Randolph showed up. I kind of think North Country Council knew Randolph was showing up. And I think I should have at least, because I had a working relationship with Nick, I should have been notified and say, hey, Randolph's coming in, it'd be a really good idea if you guys were here. Didn't get that call, didn't get an email. I got nothing but 3 days later, a discouraging, well, guess what happened, email. The whole thing's a farce. Rick, sorry to say it, but the whole thing makes very little sense.
Let me just say this. North Country Council has a huge region.
Yeah,
They're way underfunded.
yeah.
They go through help like it's going out of style. We don't mean anything down here
That's
to
what I
them.
told him. That's what I told him. I said, I don't.
We're
think not
we're
getting a
the
fair shake.
southernmost town in North Country Council.
We don't get a fair shake, and I said that. And those people that were in the room for that meeting, it seems like a little group.
Oh, yes. No.
And I think they're
I've
very
been to
tight-knit.
I've been to those.
And the people that voted, actually, because I requested the minutes for that meeting, that vote, and the people that were making comments the majority says, yeah, we've driven by Randolph intersection, and we all think, so they've all been,
It was,
they drive it
it was
daily.
all subjective.
It was all, and that's all it was, because they all said, yeah, that's like if we had the meeting here about that intersection, everyone would know about it. Everyone would say the same thing.
I mean,
It's
did they
terrible.
have engineering plans and
They
everything?
had all that stuff, but I was told the engineering, you do the engineering, and then the state's gonna.
Always do. I mean,
So you're
the
gonna
state
pay
does what it
$50,000
wants to do.
for engineering,
Right.
which we did for the intersection. We had it all. But I talked to Senator McConkey today, and he's not very happy. He talked to the governor a couple days ago with the DOT commissioner, and that came up. And Mark said straight out, you're putting all this work into 16, you're going from the ocean all the way up, and then you're gonna bottleneck at this one intersection. You're gonna run people through Albany, and then you're gonna hit this, those dangerous
Well, a
intersections.
roundabout there is gonna make it worse.
Well, it was, I don't know, that's up to them what they wanna do.
Well, they're gonna
I'm
do what they
already-
wanna do anyway,
I'm
so.
this far from checking out anyway. My blood pressure got too high today over the whole thing because, one, pretty much being lied to. And the second part was, the Conway son was in the room, and the Conway son questioned everybody. And I talked to the Conway son before the meeting, and they said, yeah, they were gonna be there, they're gonna get input. Well, they got that paper, like I got that paper, saying Albany didn't show up. So I made it clear to Damon Steer on the phone today that Albany cares, and Albany cares a great deal, and that through certain circumstances, we couldn't make it. And I threw North Country Council right under the bus. And I told them, I says, we are, and I talked to Elisa today, and we're seeking information on Lakes Region. The only problem is, the only response she got was that we might not be in the right district.
And
I
Lakes
don't
Region
think that-
doesn't handle a lot of stuff like North Country does. Lake Region isn't,
Yes, yes, they do.
Then-
They all handle the same
It's the
stuff.
same,
Okay.
it's the
And
same
they're all
type
that
of,
was not my
And
understanding.
they're all
from the conversation
responsible
that
for
I
the
had.
10-year plan, and each planning district,
No.
North Country Council, Lakes Region, whatever.
They all do this.
Okay, they all get their priorities, and that's what they submit to the state.
And I'm
For
assuming-
the 10-year plan.
I'm assuming they get much more funding, because it's a bigger, and I know that,
But are we gonna be on the northern end of it and not be a priority to the people that are in Wolfboro, Tuftonboro,
well, I know
Laconia?
Wakefield is with Lakes, and Wakefield is pretty loud. And Mark would also like to see Madison move to Lakes Region, and get this group right here onto Lakes Region. With our loud voices, we'll have more.
But you have to have people that'll attend those meetings all the time.
I'd
The
attend this one
problem in
before I go up
The
there.
problem in this town here is we have no people that'll volunteer to participate in town government. You know, it's dropped on the shoulders of a very few people.
Well, Nick scrambled quite a bit when I said that to him. He said, well, do what you gotta do, but, you know, if you stay, then I can do this and I can do that, and if you stay, I can, so,
You know?
I don't buy it.
One of the things that I would recommend that you do in the future is, no matter what he tells you verbally,
you know.
make him follow it up with an email, so that you have it in writing.
Well, that's like the first thing I said, I wish we had that conversation in email, because it'd be worth a gold right now.
Well, what you ought to do is communicate with him from now on via email.
Everything I do is now gonna be through the office, so the office has the email, so I don't,
You know, I
and
mean,
that's just the way it's gonna be. We have to be more professional about it, but I kick myself for not making the meeting. I would
Well,
kick
I-
myself
but I-
bigger if I went and then something, God forbid, went wrong.
So, in my opinion, if we're gonna pursue anything, or try to go to another council or whatever and do anything, that we need to get more people involved. And I know you said it's hard, but just because you couldn't go, I don't even remember if I knew when it was. And I think I probably felt the
We
same way.
talked
We're a
about it.
shoo-in,
We said we did,
you know.
yeah.
well, Nick told us point blank that
So-
it was a done deal.
So we know that that doesn't matter anymore, moving forward. If we're
Well,
gonna do
people's
anything-
word is worthless.
If we're gonna do anything, we need to get a bigger crew together, and we need to get, for that intersection, Madison involved,
Yeah,
and
we
reach out
tried.
to them.
We tried. I've had Elisa contact them, interested.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've got some
that's,
contacts that are really interested
but they're
in
not-
pushing for it. That's
Yeah, well, that would,
why, so I can, and that's why I said,
I'm glad just, because I need some, together we can,
if we felt there was a shred of hope, a shred of hope,
Well, I would imagine there's a shred of hope if they're gonna throw everything out and you're gonna have to start over
oh, yeah,
again.
we learned a lesson,
Yeah.
because now we'll come in guns blazing, and we'll probably be further ahead.
yeah.
Because now, even McConkey said, they were talking, they're finding some extra funding, well, that means anything or not, but they're trying to do things outside of the 10-year plan.
Yeah.
It all comes down to,
It comes down to that, but it comes down to who's screaming the loudest and who.
And it's gonna be us. Going forward,
Safety.
it's gonna be us.
I'm thrilled. Because
Yeah.
this job, project out here was a lot of screaming. We had the townspeople in here jumping up and down. I filled the room with the people, and it worked great, because we got heard and conquered. So this intersection, I took it too lightly, so I would appreciate.
well, this
help.
project here has been on the 10-year plan for the last 20 years.
Yeah, I think we were trying to figure it out. I think it's from the
Well, I wanna say it
14th
was
year.
back like 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
It's been on the
We started
10-year
looking
plan.
through the old paperwork and the files, and the people have been screaming for
Right.
since 20.
Yeah, we had a file from 03, 2003.
Yeah, so,
Yeah,
no, I agree, Jim, with everything you said.
and they keep bumping it back because more important things have come up. Same thing with the bridges.
Yeah, I know.
So, if you guys don't mind, I will work on trying to put a committee together that involves people from Albany and people from Madison. And we'll have a Route 16, 113 intersection committee
I think it's great.
that we could maybe get other people involved and help in putting together an argument.
Well, I
for-
think the argument has been made, it's just gonna be presenting it to who's making the
Right.
decision.
Right, but just because TAC said Randolph got it and we didn't, from what I understand, that's not in stone, right? So we
Right.
can still,
Well-
we could still go to these meetings like last Monday. If we had 10 people there on Monday, and we had an argument to present in front of the Governor's Council and the DOT Commissioner, right? And we explained that they made a mistake. This is safety issues, that is less safety issues, or whatever we come up with for the argument. If we were at that meeting Monday with 10 people sitting at that table, that would have made a difference, as opposed to me being there and not
I misread, I've never been to a
saying a
Gasset meeting.
word, because I don't know what I was doing.
Well, I wouldn't have either. I wouldn't have either, and I misinterpreted the intent of the whole meeting. I thought it was informational. I
Yeah.
didn't know you could go there and,
So at the end of the meeting,
But-
I asked Nick to get with me, and I talked to Nick.
The notice also gives a deadline for putting in a written thing. I
for
sent
the
that
meeting.
to you.
Yeah,
For that
but
meeting.
then,
Okay.
for what though? I couldn't comprehend, because the 10-year plan's already been,
It hasn't been
It
approved.
hasn't been
It hasn't
approved yet.
it's been approved by North
TAC.
Country Council and TAC,
TAC.
but
They've,
not by the state.
they've
Not by
they've
Governor's
recommended
Council,
it to the state. What we need to do is get all that information, get that notice that Alyssa sent out. It says that, I think you can go until November, a
Yes.
date in November, to put input into the
Yeah.
executive
If you,
council.
if you.
So when you went Monday night, you go in, you fill out a blue card and say, you want to speak, you write your name down,
Yeah,
where
oh,
you're
yeah.
from, and then you're on the list
Yeah,
to speak.
never been to one, so.
No, and that,
Oh, I've been to several of them.
so there's more meetings coming up. I don't know, can we get a thing together in time to do that? I don't know, but,
In this area though?
Well, I think.
I think there are different parts of the state, right?
Yeah.
so we go there.
But is it?
Well,
are
no,
they
no,
talking
no. Joe Kenny has to have 3 meetings, 3 public hearings on the 10-year, on this Gasset, which
Yeah.
is the 10-year plan.
Yeah,
Okay? I believe they were in Berlin
They were.
that
earlier.
morning, earlier in the day.
Yeah.
They came down here. I don't know if there's any more scheduled.
There is,
But,
yeah.
okay, if you get the notice that she sent out to us in big bold print, because I copied and pasted it
Oh,
to
I
an
got it
email
all.
to her, okay, it says you have until this date for any other input.
even that, I thought that was
But what
regional.
what
for
I
that,
would do
Specific to that
is,
area.
why don't you take that whole plan that was proposed with Nick, get it from Nick,
Mm-hmm.
and let's give it directly to Joe Kenny.
We
Can I
have
get a
it,
copy
yeah.
of that too?
We have it.
Do we have it? Can I get a copy of that?
Do we have everything that
We
they
should have
presented up
everything.
there?
That they presented
Yes,
at the,
TAC meeting.
for Randolph?
No, for us.
For 113.
Yeah.
I would get them to give us the complete package that they presented up there, and let's present it directly to Joe Kinney.
I think the package just is the engineering and
What-
the
what-
application.
Whatever it is, let's get that and present it to Joe Kinney, and have him present it to the executive council.
I think you're rallying the troops is a great idea. I think, and if we want to have an orientational meeting
Yeah.
of people that are concerned about this, I'll get the politicians in.
So Senator McConkey, the first thing he asked was, he asked Nick, when Nick got up there, what happened? I was told, same thing we were told, shoe in, and all of a sudden things changed. So Nick answered that question for the fact that Randolph had representation there, they spoke loud, all that kind of thing, and that the committee voted that way. That was his answer. But I know that that was on the top of Mark's mind.
I got a feeling, if we do what you're talking and we pull this off, we'll skirt around the 10-year plan and get a project done.
Yeah.
Because Mark hinted at that too. He said, a safety concern,
So-
throw safety out there.
Well, look at 28, the roundabout they put in down where you go into
Yeah,
the...
and overnight,
Yeah.
Can you help get me the information that you know that
Yeah.
I probably don't know?
yeah.
And I'll get with my contacts from Madison and see how many
Yeah.
people we can get from there, and maybe I can get some more out of Albany to get involved and help
Yeah,
put a package together, even if it, like you said, it's not the 10-year plan, it's,
no,
this needs to be.
What you need to do for this committee, and I learned this with the communications thing, if you're gonna put together a committee, you need to get a selectman involved over there to be on this
And I
committee,
believe I can.
okay? And you need to get them to approve this committee and get us to approve this
Okay.
committee, so that they have some credibility.
Yeah.
Credibility is everything when you're dealing with the state. I mean, that is the reason we created the communications district, was to get credibility. And it pays big dividends because we're an actual authorized district. You know what I mean? If you're just a bunch of citizens, it doesn't have the,
no, I agree.
Right, but if like you're
But-
saying, if we have some
But
representation.
get them to vote on
And-
putting a committee together between the two towns.
Yeah.
We'll do the same thing here. I mean, I'll make a motion right now to form a committee with the town of Madison and get representation from them
To make,
to make a
To-
committee
to
for
approach
the,
Madison
for
to see
the
if-
Route 16, 113 intersection,
I'll second that motion.
I
okay?
think would be,
We approved it right here. Get them to do the same thing, and we have to have a member on that committee, and they have to have a selectman member on that committee as
Okay.
well.
Yep.
And then have as many other people as you want.
Right.
But
yep.
that's what's gonna get some attention
Right.
and improve your credibility.
Yep.
It's,
Did I fire you back up, Kelly?
I don't know if I'm shutting down or.
Well, I just felt after the meeting Monday that there's a glimmer of hope, and if nothing else, we can learn from it.
I'm not as
I
optimistic
know
as
you're not.
you from
You've
past
been there.
experience.
You've been there.
But
you've
I
done
will
it.
do anything that you ask me to do.
Okay, appreciate it.
Okay? I mean, I'm not trying to be a pimple in the ass of progress,
No, I know.
okay?
Yeah.
But that's how the state works.
Right.
So why don't,
And I'm gonna tell you right now, we need to find out that date, and we need to get something in front of Joe Kenny right away.
Okay.
oh, for that third meeting?
Huh?
You're talking about the third Gasset meeting?
I don't know
think
if there
we
is
go to the
one.
next meeting, then we should.
Do you have that notice on the
But I don't know
computer
if we can get
there?
it together.
Not on this one.
I got it.
You look it up.
There's a deadline where you can submit other testimony. We need to get our whole plan together in a packet, and we need to get it to Joe Kenny before that date. And we need to tell him that we want it
Can
on the
we-
10-year plan.
And can we be part of the next?
And if we can get on the agenda for the executive council, okay, we'll get down to Concord and get on their agenda. Having meetings does nothing. You can have all the meetings you want here, okay? You gotta get to the people that make the decisions. That's the only way you're gonna do it.
But isn't that Gasset meeting a good meeting to be at, because we've got the.
It is, but
Government
I think
Council,
they're all,
Deputy
I
Commissioner,
think Joe Kenny has done them all. He's required to do, I think, 3 of them,
Okay.
and I think they're all been done.
How come I got a whole,
Do you have that
I got a whole
notice, Ann?
schedule of places.
I was looking at this,
Or can you go on,
this schedule, but.
can you go on the computer in the office and just
I
print
can.
off that page?
This, I might have it, that's a schedule, so it should be,
It was on an email.
I guess we can talk about it, just send it to meetings.
I got a list of, I don't know, 20 towns that they're doing these in. More than that.
Yeah, but the one for this region is through the North Country Council. I mean,
Well, I don't know why-
is for Joe Kenny's district.
I see, because of this list, Kenny's.
Either that or, I mean, do you know Joe Kenny?
Yeah.
Important, public hearings.
Call him and ask him if there's any more public hearings. I don't think there's any more public hearings.
And that was my question to Nick and Senator McConkey and the DOT Commissioner Cass.
You have
Was-
until November 6th.
I need to know where the next thing is that I need to go to.
November 6th?
To submit written testimony.
Right.
Not, if you're not able to attend the hearings in person. you can
Exactly.
submit
Okay.
written
That's what we
testimony
need,
until
by
November
that date,
6th.
we need to put in, and I would put
But
it
where's
first
the meeting?
meeting.
That was for the meeting.
The one I just had? Is this the last one, though?
I'm trying to find out.
No, they're saying we can still submit.
We
even
can
if
still
it's after the
submit.
meeting.
Yeah.
Right, and I say, don't submit it via email or anything like that. Let's put the whole plan together, gather all the information from Nick and whatever we have here, okay? And get it to Joe Kenny and ask him to represent us with our plan.
The next one.
I know
is
Joe pretty
October
well. I'd
14th
be happy
in
to call him.
Bethlehem.
October 14th in Bethlehem
Yes.
is the next Gasset meeting.
There is one more.
But again, you need to bring up all the information with you when you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
So, I
And what
mean,
time is that meeting? Does it say?
the 14th is next Tuesday.
I know. All right, I'm
This is,
No,
this is
6
why,
p.m.
6 PM? I might be able to do
You're not going to it?
it. No, I might be able to do it.
I definitely can do it.
Yeah, okay. So we need to get a package together. If-
I would
if you help
bring
me
all
get
the
that
information.
Information, I'll work on getting people from Madison,
Yep.
and if we can present our packet together to them and send it
Important,
to.
probably the most important thing would be to get another selectman or two from Madison to
Yep.
go with you.
Yep. Okay.
That's a hard sell because it's not in Madison. I know the residents,
Well, it
No,
it affects
so many-
them.
I have a contact there that I've been talking to, that I met at the rail trail
Yeah.
from Madison. She's not involved with the town politics yet, but she's very aggressive, and she's got a selectman that she's talked to that.
Having
So-
another selectman go with you to that meeting would
Yeah.
be,
So I will contact her tomorrow and try to put that together and
you
push
know,
for,
get together and
Them
maybe
to join us.
ride up together or
yeah,
something.
join us for that 14th, 6 o'clock. My
There's
granddaughter's
actually,
coming
there's
that
a
day,
bunch
so-
more, so I just printed the whole schedule. I'm gonna just grab it. I printed you each one. There's a ton of them.
My granddaughter's coming that day, that morning, so I gotta,
do you think that it's worth me eating a little crow and calling Nick back and say, Nick, you want to make it up to us? We're going to Bethlehem.
yes.
I need to know everything it's going to take.
I think at this point, we need to
Well,
get
that's
Nick
gonna,
back.
that's
in a
gonna be
pocket.
your best thing,
I
but I would do everything with him in writing.
Yeah, I'm kind of playing politics though, be a little slippery hand deal, just
But do it,
work it where he thinks he's,
do this,
Well,
where I talk.
hold on. Why don't you find out the selectman that's gonna go
Yeah.
with you from Madison, or more than one would be better.
Yeah.
Okay, if both of you are gonna go,
Mm-hmm.
okay, get a couple from Madison to go with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
and
and then at that, you say, we've got two selectmen or one selectman from Madison, we've got people from Albany, we're gonna be at that meeting.
you know,
There might be more convenient
Oh,
ones for you guys. They're like Rochester.
Good job.
Dover, Farmington, those are all with Kenny.
Oh, October 23rd, it's not the 14th.
That was just all I could see on the email. This is the.
Yeah, but we're only doing Joe Kenny's. It's only for him, so the next one is gonna be October 23rd. Gives us more time. Durham, Dover, Rochester, and
Yeah.
Farmington.
Can we go to all three of them? It's all one day.
Well, they're at different places.
Yeah, we'll just
Different
we'll
times.
follow them right along.
We're really get
No,
on
Do
it.
they get mad?
Pick one.
They're all pretty,
I was gonna say, Kelly, if you email Nick, if you don't mind, include me in it,
Yeah.
or however we need to do it,
yeah,
Do it blind.
line.
yeah,
Please. Just, well, I wanted Nick to know that I was involved too.
right.
And that's why you're emailing, you're not.
I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna call him first,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna tell him, look, you got some making up to do. We're getting another selectman or two on board.
I would wait until he's on board.
We're going anyway, whether we get someone else on board
I
or not.
realize that it's gonna mean more.
It's gonna mean more, but it's gonna mean nothing if we don't do anything.
I can't.
You've
I
got time
can't.
before the 23rd.
You
I
can't?
can't. I'm flying out on the 22nd. October 22nd, I'm flying out.
What day of the week is October 23rd?
It's a Thursday. Wednesday, I'm flying out on the 22nd.
Does it have to be his district?
Yes,
Okay.
yep. I can do it if it's a Thursday.
I apologize greatly for being passionate tonight about this and then telling you I can't go. I apologize.
That's how I
Well,
feel Monday.
well,
Yeah, but I'll do everything I gotta do up to that.
you owe us one.
Yeah, I owe you one.
I would find out the interest from Madison, because that's
Yeah.
gonna make a world of
Okay.
difference.
I will hit that hard tomorrow and get an answer the best I can, and then I will.
And
reach
then
out.
I would put, you know, if you want to meet with that selectman and just kind of go over everything and bring him up to speed, and then contact Nick
Yeah,
and
If-
lay on him
Tell
that
him what
he's
we
got
got
some
going.
makeup work to do.
Let me ask you this, if I get someone from Madison or multiple people from Madison, would you want them here, because I won't be here for the next meeting, it's the 22nd,
Yeah.
Wednesday, would you want me to try to invite them to that meeting?
the selectmen meeting,
Yeah, the selectmen meeting,
we're gonna have,
Jason,
Jason here,
yeah, but,
not that that matters.
I mean, I would assume you'd want to get together before you go up to the thing, or?
It would help,
Yeah.
but I would say before the 22nd.
Okay,
Do we even have a meeting before the 22nd?
Well,
22nd is our next
we could
meeting.
have an informal meeting as long as we don't have quorums, just to bring them up to speed. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like you're gonna make decisions.
right, no, we just got to share
Our information.
our information
Right.
and our ideas and our approach. and-
Right.
I got a feeling that the, city hall at Rochester is gonna be a little more daunting than town hall at Conway. That's gonna be quite a room with a lot of people.
Dover would be too.
Yeah, I'm sure they all would.
I'd either do the Durham one at 10 a.m. or the Farmington one at 7:30.
And then you can also mail in and/or email in, I have the
By
information
November
here,
9th.
the written testimony
And I think
as well.
we should have our packet together and email that also,
Right.
along with our testimony.
Well, I would, if you're gonna go to this meeting, I'd present it to Joe Kenny right then and there.
Yeah,
I'd have the whole package to him,
but
put
I
in
wouldn't
his
be
hands.
afraid of sending it after the fact either, and,
You know, the best part, and
Oh.
this is why I'm still very down about it, is it could all amount to that.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
It could all amount to,
Because it all
okay, we
comes
do all this,
down,
and
it
then
all
next
comes
year.
down to this.
So what if we do all this, we get approved next year, and then they say, no, we don't have the money? Then we have to go in another year.
It is what
next
it is,
year.
but if we don't do anything, we don't do anything.
That's what I've been saying too, and that's why I get discouraged, but
And
you're
if we
right.
don't get it this time, then we're setting ourselves up for the next time around, and,
Well, that's why I thought even if Randolph got it this year, it would be a shoo-in for next year.
right.
But now we're all back at square one, so it might be,
But we're not square one, we're better than them.
yeah.
Pump yourself up.
You're right, no, I do, I will,
Yeah.
I will, I get it.
I don't want that. No, I get it.
Welcome to
I get it.
politics.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And it's all who you know in Concord.
Yeah.
And you think the swamp is deep in Washington? It's just as deep in Concord?
We have a state senator that's passionate about this. That's something other towns don't have.
Yeah.
And no matter what that might mean, he knows some people who know some people who know some people.
And he kept saying noise, 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 so
That's right.
everything we're doing right now is noise.
Oh, no, it doesn't hurt. The thing is, you'd have to have credible noise.
Yeah. So credible will be the selectmen and some townspeople.
And a combined
And
committee
the senator
between the
who's
two.
backing us,
Right.
and our Nick from North Country Council.
Just don't hold your breath too
No,
long,
I won't, but
because you turn blue.
I've done things where.
What? Well, Nick wouldn't even be part of down there.
No.
No, no. But
Well, he'll be there.
He'll be speaking.
Why would he though?
Well, maybe not, down
Yeah,
there.
maybe
Yeah,
not.
that's a different district.
It'll be a different district. It'll be, we had the other guy from Lakes Region was up at this meeting.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
For his,
Yeah,
for his.
and to be honest with you, they made it sound like they didn't, their department wasn't anything as half as what North Country Council was. That's what.
Well, they
made
do
it
all
sound
kinds
like.
of stuff around the Lakes region anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, it seems like all the time.
yeah. Right.
You know, it's up here, you know, they want the tourist money for tax, you know, for the
Well,
rooms
and
and meals
that's it.
taxes. And then they don't give us back any money that they're supposed to.
So that, one of the big arguments at that meeting Monday night was the fact of they're doing all this work to Route 16 and they're funneling all this tourists into North Conway,
That's what I'd
Conway
say.
area. And Peter Donahue was there from Kearsarge, and he was saying that the Kearsarge Road, I forget the actual name of that road up there, then crossover, or Innervale Crossroads.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That road there, he said, the traffic that's on there, number one, there's 4 times, or 100, whatever the percentage, what number was, increased traffic.
But the
Along
state
with
doesn't
that-
do anything.
And along, right, and that was his argument. And along with that is increased speed, which normally you get more traffic, speed slows down. It's not, it's increasing volume and speed. And they're really pushing for the state to pay attention
This is
to all
why
the stuff they're funneling out.
this is why I have the attitude I have about this whole thing. I spent 3 years, the last time I was a selectman, fighting with the state.
Yeah.
And it's,
Well,
oh, yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah, yeah.
use some of
yeah.
my energy
Yeah,
towards
I
it.
mean, it's,
Okay, I could use some renewed energy, I'll tell you, because it's been a battle. Been a battle. And now I'm just thinking this whole other project going on, how's that as in increasing traffic?
Which
Might
one's
not be
that?
more.
we don't need more traffic.
597.
Yeah, well-
All Concord wants is the rooms and meals tax money.
They
That's
want to
all
get
they're
them up here
looking.
and get them partying.
Yep. And they
I
don't
look at
get, they
that
don't give, a-
25957,
they don't
and
give a
There's very
darn.
little of it that warms me up,
I know.
you know?
It changed, it morphed into something that's so big that it's gonna be like Ossipee, gonna be that whole,
If you make it wider and smoother and straighter, it's faster and faster and faster.
Yep. All of,
And they didn't fix the safety issues, which,
Right.
the
Well,
big
they-
one is 113.
turning lanes is what I was interested in. It looks like they're putting turning lanes in.
Yeah.
It's almost gonna be a 3-lane highway.
Right.
And yeah, we just wasted a whole hour of our life, so. Poor Lisa wants to get out of here.
I move to adjourn.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Elisa, for putting up with that.
No problem.
We want that verbatim too, please.
I'll do my best.